Okay. Seems that we're live. Welcome back to another stream. Today we'll be making wireless power, making a fission reactor, and then an ore tripling setup. And then if we have time, a QIO advancement, so increasing our storage drives. I had our miner working overnight. Well, actually since the day before yesterday when we turned up the stream, it's mined this much ore. For 166,000 ore. It should be able to give us a good head start into our ore tripling and resource needs. Since this area is a little small for a fission reactor, we're going to be expanding this area outwards so we can have enough room for our... No, we're going to be making it in the mining world. There'll be plenty of space available there. Don't know what they were doing. Last time we finished this, and we have quite a bit of backlog now. That'll be enough for probably billion or even trillion RF. Just this amount here. Just absurd. I still don't have backlog and pumpkins. Alright. So for wireless power, we're going to be using the Flux mod, or Flux networks. It requires a few different resources for you to progress. The main resource of this mod is this Flux dust, also obsidian and blaze powder with ender pearl. To make this Flux duct, you put redstone dust under obsidian, but above bedrock. I'm gonna take a bunch of this redstone, place it so we could use, and not just use our 3,000 we have there. Just we might as well use some as ore. Nearly done with this redstone. We won't be doing all of this into Flex stuff, and there's no way to automate this that I'm aware of. Probably gonna need more obsidian, so we'll have to go back to our spot in the lava pool. I need 2 slots open. So the first order of business is to go over to our cave. Next is to go to a deep spot. Or we could have just teleported to our lava. That would have been a lot faster, but Why not? Fine down here. To bedrock level. This should be a decent amount, enough spot. The next step for us is to not put the redstone like in a hole. It has to be pushed out, or it'll be pushed under the world, which does not help for retrieval. And then this, you just left click. It does 8 stacks, I believe. I just throw it all down at once. 4, and that's all of the redstone I'm gonna do for now. Next is to get some more obsidian. Oh no, I got sudden speed boost. Dolphin's grace. Weird. Wonder where I'm getting that from. That's hard to stay stable. Let's just fly. I mean, I'm not dying fast enough from the lava, so we'll be fine. Guess we didn't get the first batch of obsidian. So, where's the obsidian going? Is it burning? That should be enough obsidian for now. Probably need to make an auto obsidian maker later. Perhaps another episode. So we got 180 ender pearls from the last bit in the end. Right, next, we got the redstone and ender pearl. To use size vendor, obsidian, and flux duct to make these flux cores. We're gonna need a few more. So that should be enough ender pearls. We're gonna need a few of these flex plugs and flex points. These are what you use to wireless remove or add energy to your network. This is the controller, the brain of the system. Then these are your storage. You got 3 different tiers. Take 6 of these to make 1 of these. So you get an extra 4 million. Then take 6 of these to make 1 of these. 16 times 6. Like what, 20 million extra? Not too bad of a trade-off. For our purposes, we only need 1 of these and 1 of these. This is kind of resource intensive. Which we need 11 blocks to achieve. There's 44 of these cores. I make just a full stack so we have enough for everything. 11. 1 of these. Okay. Oh, one more of these. Got one flux plug. We only have one energy source, so we only need one. Then next, we're gonna need blocks. I think these flux points, I'm just gonna make a few more. That should be enough for a while. It does tend to mess up if you have it directly connected to your network. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it off. There. For this flux network, it requires a little bit of setup. First, place down your flux controller. The power surge. I'm not sure what that does. I usually turn it on. The bypass limit. You see this transfer limit of 800,000 is 800,000 RF. Where if you're going to be using more than that, you'll want to turn this on, which then increases this to the 32 integer bit limit, which is what Minecraft is created with. So which is 2.13 billion. Or you can increase it manually. In chunk load, it chunks loads all of the wireless nodes that are attached. You don't have to load them yourself, but you can if you like. You can make a public network since there's two of us on the server. Great. Then click this, so the controller here is connected to that network. Wireless charging. Turn everything so it charges everything minus the main inventory, which will be helpful for the mechanism armor later, which is the best armor in this pack. Because it has an energy shield, so it just absorbs damage. Next is the basic storage. I'll just put it on top. First, go into your network selection and you select the network you created. And then you turn on the bypass limit so it can handle the flux transfer. The next thing is you go to your power source, you put that down. And then you open it up, go to network selection, you put it on the network. You bypass limit and chunk load. So then this is filling up your network's internal storage. For this, generates 2 million in like milliseconds. So it's already full. Next, is to plug in your actual network. It's using it. For now, everything is connected to the set of pipes. So I drop the one. Turn this on. I'll turn on check warning. We're only using 115,000 RF per tick at the moment, so I don't need the bypass limit. However, I'm going to turn it on just in case it needs it. There are some spikes up to 130,000. It's just graphical. I'm going to put the spare of those in there for use later. The next is the fission reactor. Excuse me. And the resources used to fuel it. The first thing we're going to be making is cooking from blockhead sink. This is a actually stupid level of broken water sink. If you hook any pipe up to it, mechanical pipes. If you put this, which has a pump rate of 250 millibuckets, it'll pump the 250 millibuckets. If you use this one as a pump rate of 131 million millibuckets per tick, it'll also handle that speed. It has no limit. Any amount of water requested, it will provide limitlessly. So it's very good for large-scale water things that we're about to be making. Fission reactor. I do recommend. Now that we have it, we need to make a fission reactor. We're going to need a lot of these steel casing. For that, we're going to need osmium because we are out. Later, we'll be handling all this processing automatically, and we won't have to do it manually. That will help, but such is life. Probably you can use a build tool, it might make this go faster. Building gadget, yes, but this, it just charges it. That is this system. I saw that I was needing 500,000 RF, the generators, and it just provided it. It'll do that until it's out of power. And boom, it's all done. Next, since we have so much, we'll just go ahead and just melt it. No need for the 30% increase. Go back to our recipe here. While this is smelting, and put this away. While we're smelting, the fission reactor requires two fluids to activate. One, water. This will provide it. And two is fissile fuel. To make fissile fuel, it requires a whole bunch of different steps and a lot of different resources and a lot of power in order to do very quickly for a nice scaled sized fission reactor. And then the output of the fission reactor is two different things. Here it's water, fissile fuel for the input, and then the output is steam and nuclear waste. We're targeting the nuclear waste, because we need the plutonium of the two different varieties. For one, the mechanism armor, and then for two, this polonium is used to increase our storage. While some of the fluids and chemicals that will be created in the process of the creating the fission reactor, it will be used for the ore tripling. So if you make one, you might as well do the other. It's a win-win. Probably going to need more glass, so while that is smelting, I'm going to go grab some real quick. After the ore tripling, another thing for us to start making is automate basic needs, like glass, for instance. Where's the desert? Where is the desert? Here's the desert. Guess I'm blind. I'll just get another inventory of sand. There. Actually, let's just go ahead and smelt it. We don't need raw sand for anything. So just shove it in there. It'll start cooking. This. I need a lot of lead. The blocks, that's why I had that prepped. Next, let's finish out this stack of machine casing. And we're out of this. Actually, let's simplify this quick. Oh, we're fully out. Here, let's do this. Put a chest here, then a pipe. Next, we're going to put this into here. The input output. Put the steel in here. Oh wait. Sorry, I have this backwards. Grab this iron. Put input for here. Put output. So pulls in the steel. I usually prefer to do this with two. Pull. Do a full stack of carbon here and a full stack of carbon there. Doesn't work. Here, actually, let's do one more power cable. Sure we have. Yes, we do. This here. Fusion table. That way we can do this. Input. For now. Till we get more. Got this. Got this. Output. Input. Output. I put this in here and put that there. At 8, we put 5 or 6, 7, 8. And that should be all of the carbon that's in there. That way, if we need more, we can just shove it in. If we need only one, we can just use this top one. Alright, it's nearly done. Well, we have to smelt it as well. That's enough. Here, let's just fill this out. It's too much, but there. So it does a little Might have been carbon already in there. Let's take this steel and put this here. That way we have some steel being manufactured. Glass is done. And got a bit of glass. This done? Oh, close. What Minecraft mod do y'all find enjoying? Personally, mine is mechanism. That's why this is mostly mechanism in its back. I mean, nothing beats like automation. Harvester going around, depositing stuff. Also, automation like this. Just love seeing the items go through the duct. Power being created, stuff being mined. Just satisfying. Oh, forgot that was in there. That's done. Yes, it is. So let's finish out this stack of steel casings. There. Now, I believe we need 2 stacks of these. And we're going to need a few of these fission ports. Out of copper. Add copper. This mines copper for us. I don't know what he's doing. Can we just machine for now? Yeah, it's only 30. Fortune provides better result. And probably more is needed. Copper. Hopefully this is enough. That should be fine for a while. Copper. The enrichment factory. Get very enriched. 40. 40. Don't have enough diamonds. Let's please. There's enough for 4 stock. Let's just make all of it. Two, 3. Get those processing till we get the 4th. Do this for now. Here's our last stack. A whole stack in here. Enough for 8 stack. Stack. Alright. Gonna need 1 import on 2 input on 2 output. That is 4. Logic adapters so you can control it, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to have it consistently on at a specific rate, so it'll never overheat because all the resources are being created infinite. Well, if it runs out the stuff to fuel it, it'll just wait for more to be produced. Which is not an issue, because it's not going to explode with too much water. Next, we're going to need these. Make a internal of 8, which is a 6 by 6 of 36 feet. Go see what this guy's selling. Where is he? There he is. Buy an acacia sapling. There's some jungle as well. Maybe some mushrooms. Alright. Thanks for doing business. Alright. Back to business. 36, we're making it 8 tall. That's 8 times 36. Which is 4.5 stack. One, 2, 1.5. Need more Guess that was a phantom bug. That was the golem. Alright, we need more osmium. That should be enough. This is doing a lot of space. Let's go down here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, building gadget. If I'm not mistaken, this can go 20 blocks away. There. Uh-huh. Go make a deposit real quick and then go get the rest. Alright. While we're making that, we're also going to need, I believe, a few stacks of this reactor glass. The fission reactor multi-block component. Yeah, that's what we need. Reactor, lead, regular glass, and enriched iron. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Any more enriched coal? I think. Looks like we barely have enough for this, but we're going to need more in the future, so might as well just get that processing. 4, 5. Don't want this infusing in steel. That there. Yep. One more stack of these, and then we can start making the fission assemblies. Where's being pulled out? Alright. To make 3 stacks for now. Always make more in the future. Okay. Last area of steel. 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. See, now we need that enriched iron. Let's just do 2 stacks, which is 16 stack steel. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Rotate this. Now it's cooking. Just for now, let's just kidnap this. Pipe. There. Be a little crowded, but it's only temporary. Need 3 stacks of steel. Out of lead. Did I not have it mine lead? Do I have lead in here? Guess we mined all the end lead that we had. Interesting. Yeah, pick up a few things from here. Used a lot of fuel whenever I had it mine. Regardless. Outer end. Oh, we do have a little setup here. Just put this here. Here. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, that's what I could do. Turn off the neckwood bit so we can finish mining the lead. Don't need to silk that. Then when this is done, we'll go back to mining the neckwood ash. I don't think we have much of that. Still mining? Yes, it is. Let's need a little bit more. As we get every little drop for now. When we get to 2 stacks, we should have enough to finish this. At least this part. We're a little under 2 stacks. Alright. Let's go in the mining world. Two reasons why we're doing this. If you do run out of water, your fission reactor can explode and it releases a large amount of nuclear, what's it called? Radiation. 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can make this smaller or bigger. I believe the smallest you can make this is a 5 by 5. And if I'm not mistaken, the largest is 13 by 13? Or is it 16 by 16? You don't need that much. We're just going to do an 8 by 8. Do these every other. Like this. Five, 6, 7, 8. Seems I did my math wrong. Maybe I did for full? That's probably what I did. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These control rods at top. Looks like I also counted these wrong. You do these corners in solid blocks, and then you do next to these control rods with the casings as well. All the way around. I'm like too short. 32 isn't enough, because you also have to do a flat surface with the block up here. Bit more lead. Good thing we just got that miner. Go back in here. Also, no mobs spawn in here. So it's great for mining, as it's a mining world after all. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Figure out where you put your ports. I like doing them in the corners. And you fill in these walls with reactor glass. Do two inputs. The or output here. The waste output here. And put the two inputs here. Red particles means it's created successfully. As you can see, I can open it. Put these away. Just making some more cables. Alright, this is the easy one, which is the water. I'm going to use all sides of the sink so we can get as much flow rate as possible from our one sink. As you can see, it's already filling with water. And it's full. Only 70,000 buckets to fill it up. The next is fissile fuel. First, we need this isotropic centrifuge. Make another stack of these just to have them. Next, I'm going to need this chemical infuser. Alright, next we'll go to the uranium side of the chemical. We're going to a chemical oxidizer. Yep, looks like press the first left. Oxidizer. Actually, let's make a few. Do 4. 2, 4. Two, 3, 4, 5. A nice straight line. I think these are backwards. 3, 5. Comes out. Yep. Do item ducts on this side. The next is the hydrofluoric acid. Actually, we need one more for this chemical oxidizer, which is an enrichment chamber for this yellow cake. These, since they each have 3 panels. Outputs on these sides, and then put on the top. I have them coming in through the top. We'll hook it up to our processing plant later. Separate these blank cable, put the black cable that I accidentally clicked back to none. Separate these. Now this is configured. We connected up the power line. Power. Separate this so it looks better. This up. Second. Right, sorry about that. It should be a much better volume now. Let's continue. Now, to power what we have, take the flex point that we had earlier, put it to the system, and turn it to bypass limit chunk load. That way everything is powered. Next, we need to make this hydrofluoric acid. To make this, we need one of these chemical distribution chambers, which we don't have any refined obsidians. We need to go back to this world and make some. Upgrades for this. Borrow some. Let's put some more merchant carbon in here. Wait for the stacked process, and then we'll head back in. Alright, now we have that. Head back in. You're gonna need just a few of these for future. Test. So we can input our fluorite, and another one here for uranium. We'll wirelessly put the ingots in there later. Now to make the sulfuric acid. Going to need quite a bit of it because it's also used for our ore tripling. So we're going to make a few of these infusers. There. Water vapor. Going to need a separator. Oh, water. Next power. Now to hook this into our water. me flip this so it does water. Water vapor. This comes out as a pressurized. No, comes out of fluid. There is a pressurized. Input 1. This on input 2. And cover back this up. Comes out as a fluid or pressurized output. Output and output. This is on input. Output. Input 2. Output. Now slowly filling up all three. We'll put speed upgrades later. Now continue our sulfuric acid. We're going to need the sulfur trioxide, which requires more of these chemical infusions. We're doing 3 here. We'll do another 3 here, so I can keep up with demand. Spread these. This on output. On input. These on output. Hooked it up to power. Acid. We're going to need oxygen. We'll make 2. So for this, we're going to want to hook it up to our water. Up the power. This is on the oxygen side already. Put 2. Already hooked into input 1, so output to input 1. Trying to fill oxygen. Put this so it's uniform. And jump back stuff. And we're going to need this sulfur dioxide next, which is just melting sulfur. Make 6. here. Need logistical sorter for both of these items that we're inputting. Up, this up. Four, five, six. This here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Hooking power. Everything is hooked to power. This is a large, so you'll use this. Oh, it does use smaller. Connected, but it looks like it empty. Don't need to break everything. Chemicals, output. These on full. Now for this, we need the 2 exporters, since we need 2 items to the system. This on here, this to the temp. That's what we're using the temp for. Round robin, and with filter. It only puts the 1 item we're needing. Actually, we don't need round robin because the sorter's doing the round robin. Then we need to automate the processing of this. Uranium and the fluorite. Let's go back into the mining world, since there's plenty of space. Two importers into the temp, and then 2 exporters for exiting the temp, or exiting the main into the temp. Let's do the uranium. Be going right into an enrichment for now. So we get the ore tripling set up. Actually, we won't need too much. We can get this going with the uranium. That way we don't need not have the triple setup to get this going. Enrichment. Here. Smelter. items. The bin. Storage. Now it's filling. Cut it off because that should be all we need. Don't want to use all of it. Just keep it tripled. Now we need to power this. Now it's melting. Stop this at the sulfuric acid, which is right here. So this should start processing. Except the round robin. Item stack, uranium ingot. Round robin on. That rotates between all of them. Let's go AFK for a moment. Alright, sorry about the pause. Let's continue. Should be. What do I have this backwards? Input. I am back on. Alright. Sorry about the pause again. I'm just receiving the... Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Can I accept this? Oh, no wonder. Oh, I need to enrich it before I process it like that. Yes, separate these. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Cables. Back to clear. These on full. This back on clear. Now we can put these. The filter. Alright. Yep, here we go. It's now round robining. So there isn't enough items here to round robin. But later, when there are, it will. Output on top. Now, in order to verify that it actually is, network reader, filling with power, nothing in those. These. Okay, so it does have a bit of uranium in this. Uranium. Oh, I have this back. This goes over there and that goes over here. Get this out. This out. I'll just let this continue to process. Easy way to fix that. We can use this chemical tank. Put this into here. Wipe out the top. To here. And put here, output here. This will remain empty when this is done. If we just connect it, just have uranium oxide in the entire area. Put these uranium back in here. Now let's put the right reactant back into that side of the reaction. This has the enricher chip that makes a lot more sense. I'll just put this here for now. This simple, put that on black, put this on blue, this on black, one on blue, then hook these up. Out, out, one is in. You don't need these in our inventory. Melting factor. You need an enrichment table. Enrichment on output. Input. Just. This is where we put our logistical or QIO storing thing. Here. Sorting. Now we need to hook these two up to power. These on that, and now it should be working as intended. Now this pipe is empty again, so we no longer need this. Gotta love troubleshooting sometimes. Now, what was the fluid we need over here? Sulfur dioxide. Sulfur. Okay, now I don't think we need this much anymore, but I'll leave it. No reason to break it. Then we need sulfur. Get this. This is chemical injectors. I think another 15 of those. Hopefully be enough. Six. Since we have 6, we need 12 of these. Three, 5, 6. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need hydrogen chloride and gunpowder. Let's do the gunpowder first. Gunpowder is crushed flint. Need buckets of lava. Go get a lot of lava. That should be enough. And we're out of those little pieces. We need osmium. Now we got our osmium. A stack of these. Rich. Need 16 of these. Enriched redstones. Now that we have these, let's go on and continue. Two, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 6. Now we have this. Now we need flint. Get that by enriching gravel. Alright, now that we have enrichment chambers, we need pressures again to get to the gravel. 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we need cobblestone. This is probably the easiest part. Cobblestone gen. Just use these block generators. These are generators from the cobblestone galore. Are very easy to use. We're going to need 1 block of cobblestone, 1 bucket of water, 1 bucket of lava. Connect all of these into a logistical sorter. I'm going to put this generator here. Under the generator, we're going to use a cobblestone underneath. That's the block that's going to be generating. This side we're going to put water. This side we're going to put, you guessed it, lava. Now it's generating cobblestone. I put this in the wrong spot. Whoops. This. Now we put the chest here because it needs an inventory directly above it. Now we could put our lava and water down. Actually, let's use a bin, because then we can see how many items is made. That's always fun. Complete. Filter cobblestone. Do this on round robin so it fills all of them equally. Why is it not filling? Guess it only uses dust for inventory. Yep. I could use a regular chest, but I guess for the bin, guess not. I'm gonna recognize this as chest. Now, to hook up all of these logistical cables so it can move what we need where we need it. Now we separate all of these so they're their own lane. On pole. These are all on output. Now we need to wire all of these into power. This we're going to do underneath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of these rows. There. Then we can do church so we don't see the cables. Row cables, row dirt. 2 rows of dirt. Cable, dirt. Row of cable, row of dirt. Separate it. Cable, dirt. Cable, and it's all connected. You start hearing it hammering away. So we know it's getting power. So we need to put all of these inputs. Put. Now that we have this, this next one here. Oh, I see. There's some purification chambers. I didn't infuse this enough. It needs to be these chemical injections. They're on input. Now it's injecting as it should. These away. Now, this is automatically creating the gunpowder. Put a block so this stop burning stuff. Now, next thing we need is this hydrogen chloride. Make this hydrogen chloride. Two ways to make it. The first is salt, which you can make through the brine. And the second is with the chemical infuser, doing chlorine and hydrogen. This is the way we're going to be using. Let's get the hydrogen out of the way. We need to do 2 of these cores. 2 of these separators. Hook them up with power. Need water. Okay, now this has water. We need to pause the oxygen. Then export output 1, which is the hydrogen. Now that we have this, make an infuser. Okay, let's make 2. Make sure we have enough. You can always increase it later if there isn't enough. Power them. Now chlorine. For this we need to separate the brine. We need 2 more separators. Go under with power. We need to conserve our space. Add our cables. Now these are powered. Now we're going to need brine. Hook these up first. These are on output. This defaults to output 2. Pull. Pull. Now the next thing we need to make is some multi-block structure, which is these thermal evaporation chambers. These will take quite a large amount of resources, which we need more steel and more copper. So copper is here. And let's do 9 stacks to start. Oops. Put this copper in here temporarily. copper. Put this. Yes. And maybe we'll just put this with copper. And it'll start smelting. Now we can start smelting some of this copper. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Need more enriched coal, or enriched carbon. We'll mix up some more while the copper's smelting. Do stack. There we go. Put on this. So let's do this. Going to take a decent while to process. Stack of the steel, start smelting it. There, now we're smelting a bit of steel with our copper. Do another output. One chest is enough for what we're needing, so we'll do a second. We'll let this process a minute before continuing. Alright. Process some. Alright. Now with this. Let's start making some of this. How many of these we need? We need 7. We could do 8 with 2. Let's do 8. That should be enough for any future developments as well. We'll also need it later for a fusion reactor. Be the main source of power. If we're not using the Nekodash, I'm not sure how much that produces. We need 3 of these per. We need more basic controls. And rich. Infuser. Make full stack. $30. Okay. Osmium. That is 64. $16. Alright. This way we still have a stack in the system for our future needs. And we still have a stack. Let's go back in the other world. I don't want these too close, but I don't want too far. This should be good. 4. These are 4x4 structures. 2, 3, 4. 5. we're going to do 4 to make the brine, and 1 to process it. 2, 3. Going to need more fluid pipes. Go for another stack for now. Hook these up. Actually, let's just go above ground. Do the water in the back. You have an output in the front. Then for these, I'm going to have the controller right next to the output on all of them. We need a third valve to input the heat. This is a small version of what we're going to be creating. Need a few more of these cables. The rest of the controllers. Just make more. One, two, three, 4, 5. 1 on top. One in the back for the water. And for these last 2, I'm going to put them on the side. That way we have all this room here to process it into the materials that we need. For now, let's just build these small ones. That way I can verify these bottoms are all correct. Then when those is done, we can work on increasing their size. They can be up to 18 blocks tall. Of course, the larger they are, the more brine they can make at once. Ah, that's where the controllers. Am I still missing one? Sideways controller. That's for the 5-point. We don't need them anymore. Put them back in the storage. Three. Only have one controller, but you can have as many of these valves as you like. Okay, now it's made correctly. These out the front for the export. This one in the input. Same on this side. You pull on this. Same on this side. Next, we need 10 resistive heaters. These make heat from energy. A little bit more osmium. Okay, vein mine. These in here. That's enough for now. 7. And we're at 10. Now we have 10. One. Oh, 2 and 10. Wait for this to finish processing, just in case we need 10 for something else. And back into the other world. Back to this world. And we need these thermodynamic connectors to make a stack of tier 2. I don't think we need a very high tier for this, what we're doing here. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make 3 more stacks of this, and then wire it all together. This default's a little low. Let's just run the cable like this. It's up by 3, I believe. Oh, up by 2. Now we can see these are starting to heat up. Why is this lacking power? Oh, I see. Forgot to hook this up here. You got 10, meaning they're now producing heat. And now if you go in the controllers, they're heating up. Speed is increasing. Now, to max these at the full height, you need 1500 RF per tick in each one. This is part of the reason why I waited until now to build the ore tripler. Now, these are really increasing in temperature. Their speed is increasing by a lot. So, I can hook this up to here. I can start forming a backlog. This will be a little too hot for this small, but once we increase the size, it'll be perfect. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Fill the old inventory. See how many stacks this does us before we need to run back home. We don't have enough for another. You can see here, this has an internal storage of 1,024 buckets. And now with the max size, it can hold a little over 3.5 times. And it's still maxed out in the heat. So, as of right now, this is still out producing. What it can use. We could probably put another few more on the end, but this is fine. And we need more steel. For that, we need more iron. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A little bit too long, but it works. A little bit more iron. Can't wait for that ore tripling to be available. Alright, we're cooking up iron. Got our 2 stacks of enriched carbon. Make 8 more stacks of steel. Now that we have 8 stacks, we can get this started. While we're waiting on that, we can see what this guy got. Not many sea pickles yet. Don't need anything else. We can get that ourselves. Use him, so get a friend later. Just get processing in a minute. Almost done. Let's start the backlog. Got a few stacks to process through. Okay, let's get processing early. Let's not wait so long on this. And have the iron going slowly. Almost done. There should be enough steel, hopefully. I'll start when this is finished. Since we're probably gonna need most of it. The iron in here. Alright. Now that we have everything. Now let's continue on with our Oops. I think we're a little short again. A little short. Two, three, four, five. Two, three, four, five. Hole. $45 stacks of steel incoming. Make 1 stack's worth of these evaporation block. This. Now, we have all of these at their full height. Still increasing in temperature. Is it 1200? This is full. Hasn't finished filling up this pipe yet. Almost full. So we could watch it fill in live time. 200, 100. This is full. Alright. Now that we have this lithium, we need to make it until here. Be sulfur, hydrochloride, chlorine, brine. And we do need more steel. We have another stack of pipe. Take this brine, put into these two. Doing sodium and that we need. The chemicals 2. Output. So now we have the chlorine and making the stuff that we need. Next. Very simple. Just put it in. And now it's processed. We don't need to waste it yet, we just let it back up for a bit. So we can make it more efficiently use it. Next. Do 8 of these. Yep, we're out of that. 5. Right. 50 or 40 of these. Alloy, we're a little short of these. Let's just use these. Per 16, I believe. Or is it per stack? Two, 3, 4. A little bit more. A little bit too much. Now that we have 2, 1. Chemicals on output 1 for the sodium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I plan on using this later. And we're also going to set this to dump excess or when it's full. Good. That's working. Why is this? Maybe got a little bit of another fluid in there or something. Okay, we're producing sodium and we're producing chlorine, making the hydrochlorine chloride, which we need. one more thing. We'll put this power underneath. Three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This here. Here. Powers it. On these. Put these on output. Pull. Separate them. Put these on input. So for now, let's just get this upgraded, and then we'll work on integrating the rest. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of 6 of 30, 36. 36 sets of upgrade. Which we do not have anywhere near the amount of stuff we need. Okay. Gold. Just crush all of this. The 8, 16. Wait, instead of cooking and smelting, we could just grit. Do another full stack. We'll do 3 stacks of osmium. Do 8, 16, 24. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 2 stacks of 40. And when that's done, we'll do the next round. Alright. Need a little bit more. Let's do 2 more stacks of gold. Then 1 more stack of osmium. And that. Okay, this is 32. So we need 32 more. Right? That's enough for the first half. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Speed 1. 3, 4, 5. Let's see. When that's done, put a little bit more osmium. Another 4 stacks like we did gold here. One, 2, 3, 4. Take this. Pull up this stack. 2. Yep. 3, 4. And ran out of glass. Does hurt. See if 2 stacks is enough. And boom. We're under a stack of upgrades away for this first half. Okay, that's the stack done. And we have enough. Oh, looks like I never hooked this up. Power, so let's... There we go. Okay. See, some of these also have access to another upgrade path, which is the chemical upgrade, which uses the chemical, like here more efficiently. So I'll be needing some of those as well. That's why I was waiting to fully hook it up until that bit was done. I fear this is not going to be sufficient to power it up otherwise. Right. 32 more. Boom. Everything is upgraded for that. And we need 6 chemical upgrades. Or 6 stacks, rather. And we're out of glass again. Desert. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to do a inventory. We also need more stands or glass for the rest of the upgrades. It's spread. Get another 5 stacks of alloy going. Take these for now. It's almost done, but I'll clear it out. We need 48. And we're out of iron. Or that iron. We'll pulverize or enrich 2 stacks of this. Be enough for our purposes. Probably use the rest later. Back in here. 4, 5, 6. Now we can hook this up. Right now we are not using as much as we are producing. So this will work. And we are now producing sulfuric acid. So not at full speed because it's not upgraded. But we can see that the chemicals are backlogged. Now we're at sulfur. Oh, forgot to hook this up. Power. Power, getting sulfuric acid, even though we need to upgrade it. We'll use this space here, or over in this general area, for the ore tripling in the next episode. Since we're nearing the end of this one, let's just finish this so we can get a little bit of fission reaction going. So for this, we need the uranium. We have some? Yep, we have uranium oxide in the pipe. Not hooked up correctly. So no, this is on 1. This is on 2. This output like it's supposed to. So just to have this process, we need 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 more sets. The upgrades. This uses chemicals. Okay, the only thing here that's left that can get these chemical upgrades is the 1, so we only need 8 more. We'll use a lot more with the ore processing, but for now, that's what we need. 15, and we're short on the alloys again. $17. That means this many. One, two, three, four, 5. Half this. Then when this is done processing, we should have enough. We just need to hook in the fluoride. But makes that second recipe for the mechanism fluorite, because that's 3 times more. We are 8 short, which we have here. Oh, got to include those into the equation. We're going to need 3 more steps. And we're out of glass. Okay. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make up the last of our stuff here. Take another 5 stack. That's enough glass. $16. We also need 16 of these. Okay, too many. No, there's 3 sets. Oh, that's lucky. Gas is full. There we go, everything is upgraded. We have enrichment chambers in here. One more block that we need is this assembler. From what I would like. Crafting table. Copper. Crafter. Assembler. Okay, now we're upgraded. Go back in here for the last time. QIO. Set this up main, and now it's exporting. We're short a little bit for these infused alloys. Good thing we made some. $16. $16. Two more machines. So, some more. Actually, this. This. Now to use this crafter, need one more item. This crafting formula. Only need one. Put this in here, and then you set your crafting recipe. Oh, my bad. Okay, now that we have this, we need to enrich it once again. Upgrade. Let's just do this. Eight need energy. Input. Let's copy. Item stream for a moment. Put a chest here. Input. Put this so it uses these. Now for these, you put the crafting recipe you want. You push this button. It has it encoded. And you turn on stock control. No, turn on auto. Now it's processing into the desired item. Now let's delete this so it stops filling this chest. Just so we got some working. Now it's in there. It's full. Input. Yes, it does not use as much. Forgot to upgrade this main block. See, it's slowly creating the fissile. Now if we upgrade this, it's a lot quickly making that fissile. We're lacking uranium oxide, so of course we're making any more of that. This will stop in a moment. And now it's just going to backlog. Then in the next episode, we'll start the ore tripling, starting with the uranium oxide, so we can be efficient with it. I'll start up the fission reactor. Actually, turn it on now for a moment. This, burn rate of 2 for a moment. Turn it on. It's starting to make output of steam at 40 buckets per tick, and nuclear waste, which is the main product that we'll be using. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a good day. Come back tomorrow or next live stream for the ore tripling. 2,500 subscribers. We'll be doing the laptop giveaway. So if you want to partake in that, please subscribe. Also feel free to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. And have a good day.